Pretty much from start to finish. There were a few dips in the campaign, Albert, but they deserve it, don't they?
Yeah, normally the champion of La Liga, they deserve it because it's 38 competition games, and they've been very strong since the restart. Some doubts at the beginning of the season, but again, nobody expected Real Madrid to get 30 out of 30, and they've been fantastic since the restart. Congratulations to Real Madrid. A few seasons without La Liga. As you said, this was the main objective for the club, so they got it. Now enjoy it. It's time to enjoy it. Unfortunately, without supporters, but normally when you win a trophy, you want to celebrate it with supporters. But situation is what it is, and congratulations anyway to Real Madrid.
And you went through this 5 times in your career. How does it feel? Just the relief that it's all done, the job is done.
It feels like when you have a main objective from the beginning of the season, it feels fantastic, because at the end of the day, you know, it's very difficult to win a title. You know, for instance, Real Madrid have been struggling in winning La Liga with all the strength that they have as a club, as a team. So it's very difficult to win La Liga, and obviously they are very, very, very happy. On the other end, not as much. But again, congratulations. They've played a fantastic season, and well, obviously, if they won it, it's because they deserved it.
Well, you're absolutely right about how difficult it has been for them to win it. It's the 20th anniversary today of Florentino Perez becoming president of the club, and the club has won the European Cup more times, or had won the European Cup more times than they'd won the league previous to today. But now it's 5 and 5, and well, 2016-17 season, Zidane won it with Real Madrid. They won it at Malaga in the last game. Benzema scored that night as well. 2012, Mourinho won it in Bilbao with 2 games to go. 2008, Bernd Schuster was the manager when Real Madrid won it in Pamplona against Osasuna with 3 games to spare. And in 2007, Capello won it at the Bernabeu against Mallorca. But just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the last 13 years, a period that's been dominated by Football Club Barcelona, with Atletico Madrid winning a league as well. It's been tough for Madrid. It was the aim at the start of the season, and they've managed to achieve their objective. Gareth Bale is out there as well. No minutes for him tonight. He played some part early in the season. He provided the first assist of the season in the game against Celta Vigo, and he got a couple of goals against Villarreal. His role diminished from then on in. How important has Zidane been? Big decisions, and he got them all right, including at the start of the season, because of course he decided that Dani Ceballos could go off to Arsenal, and he put a lot of faith in Fede Valverde. That worked out well. The signing of Mendy worked out well, and the faith in Benzema as well.
Yeah, I think he's made good decisions. We see here the moment with the captain. He always said that Sergio Ramos is a different player, is a great captain, a great leader for the team, and he's a fantastic team manager. Obviously, you have to be also a good tactician, and he is. He showed in some of the games how he moved the team, and the way that he, you know, changed the shape of the team. But the atmosphere that he created within the dressing room has been fantastic. And you have this bunch of players that, you know, don't mean being big egos, but big names, players that they've won so many things in their careers. You have to know how to deal with it, and he did fantastically. So most of the players are happy. Obviously, there's a couple of 3 that they didn't participate much, possibly they are not, but he created a fantastic atmosphere, and this is very, very important if you want to win a title.
Well, it is a big squad, as you say, Albert. There weren't too many problems across the course of the season, even with the likes of James Rodriguez and Gareth Bale, who didn't really participate. Eden Hazard's first season ends with a title. He would have liked to have scored more goals, just the 1 goal for him in the 16 games he's played so far. But he wins some silverware. He bowed out at Chelsea with silverware, and he starts his career at Real Madrid, winning the league in his first season. A massive campaign for Casemiro. He scored 4 goals and was so important, and of course it was him that won the ball before Modric released Benzema for the first goal tonight. it's difficult to pick out. They don't really have. Well, we're going to hear from Ramos first, Albert, and I'll ask you about that.
Bueno, pues un premio al trabajo.
Well, it's a prize for all the hard work.
A la hora de ganar después del confinamiento. Yo creo que al final.
And the aim to win the games after lockdown. This is the reward. We've got one more game to go. To win 10 games on the bounce, it deserves a lot of credit. Well, it's been a strange season. But our objective was very clear once the league restarted. We wanted to win every game. We didn't want to depend on ourselves. There were no doubts in our minds, and we've shown that on the pitch. It's difficult to win every game. You can't win these matches easily. Every rival is difficult. But this is the reward for all our hard work. 34 leagues. And I'm very happy in my 5th title.
El tuyo como capitán en el centro de la defensa, el de Karim Benzema goleando, el de muchos jugadores protagonistas, pero quiero que me definas el rol de Zinedine Zidane en este título.
Well, Zidane's been key. He's the captain of the ship, and he led us right from the start of the season. He put a lot of faith in all of us players, and we've always felt protected with Zizou. He believed in us. We all believe in the work that we've done. And let's hope that it's valued properly. He's a unique coach. Well, he's being asked if he's going to have another tattoo. Well, it's the league of the hard work. It's the league of consistency. The coronavirus league as well. We have to think of it in those terms. Well, he's been asked how many more years he has left at Real Madrid. Depends on what the president wants, he says. I'd like to finish my career here. I'm very relaxed about it. I want to finish my career here. And I'm sure there won't be any problem, and I hope I can retire here. So, the words of Sergio Ramos, embracing his good friend Lucas Vazquez there. We're going to talk to Thibaut Courtois.
Ya. Casi nada, Sergio Ramos. La primera liga, estábamos hablando que es la quinta para Sergio Ramos, la primera.
Well, it's the 5th league for Sergio Ramos. It's the 1st league for Thibaut Courtois. What does it feel like?
Muy bien, obviamente. Yo creo que volver el confinamiento después.
Well, to come back from quarantine, lockdown, and to win 10 games on the trot. I remember saying before we came back that I had full confidence in our ability to win all our games.
¿Crees que no te entendieron cuando dijiste aquello?
Sí, bueno, igual me habían entendido mal que dije que lo merecíamos nosotros sin jugar. Obviamente no me está
Well, perhaps my words just when the league restarted were misinterpreted, but my point was that I've had full confidence in our ability to win every game.
Con sufrimiento y con protagonismo tuyo, incluso ahora al final, cuando parecía que lo teníais tan cerquita.
Sí, la verdad que con el 2-0 estamos bien y bueno, nos pasó casi como lo de Granada que.
Well, we had a scare in the Granada game, and it was similar tonight. In the second half, they scored, came back into the game a little bit. They pushed us right to the end, and there was a chance right at the end. I had to make a double save.
Tienes, es la entrega ya, me dicen, tienes la cabeza muy dura, ¿te lo habían dicho ya?
Sí, la verdad que me dio un buen golpe, pero yo creo
well,
que
I had
el cráneo y no aquí, si
a
no
big
hubiera podido ser.
bang on the head, but I'm absolutely fine. That's the life of a goalkeeper.
En el título liguero para vosotros.
No, claro que sí, él ha hecho el plan del
Well, Zidane's been very important. He made the plan that we followed. We all trusted in him, he's trusted in us. We had a very clear objective at the start of the season, and we've achieved it. Well, Courtois being hurried along there in his interview because they're about to award the trophy to the Real Madrid captain Sergio Ramos. Second trophy he wins as captain, but the fifth trophy he wins as a Real Madrid player. Well, let's now see the trophy presentation. Zidane in conversation with Ramos and Benzema. So the moment that Sergio Ramos always believed that would come to pass at the end of the season. He gets the chance to lift, as I say, his second trophy as captain and win his fifth title as a Real Madrid player. Strange scenario, obviously, without the supporters, but we're still going to get the ticker tape. We're still going to get, I don't know if there will be fireworks, there'll certainly be ticker tape, and we're about to get Sergio Ramos lifting the league trophy. Hasn't always been the case that the trophy's been presented after the game where the team that wins the league confirms their position as champions, but that's the scenario tonight.
Now you can touch it, yeah?
Bad luck to touch it before, but he can touch it all he wants now. Sergio Ramos takes the trophy to the centre of his team. I was going to ask you, Albert, before those interviews, that they don't really have a player of the season in Spain, do they? But if you had to pick one from this group of players for Real Madrid this season, as Ramos lifts the trophy aloft and Real Madrid are confirmed as champions, who would you go for?
Well, Sergio's one of the contenders, obviously, but I would go for Karim Benzema. I think he's played a fantastic season, not only scoring goals, but helping the team in many aspects of the game and being a reference in attack. Well, actually, basically being the only striker, because the other two strikers, they haven't really played a lot. So I think Benzema it's been a key player from Real Madrid. So Sergio Ramos and Benzema, but I would go for Benzema.
And in terms of the achievement from Zinedine Zidane, I suppose it's all the more impressive because he's done it without Ronaldo, hasn't he? And this is the first big trophy, in fact, that Real Madrid have won without Cristiano Ronaldo. He was impossible to replace last season, but this season they've managed to come out on top without him.
Well, it is true that when a big player like Cristiano Ronaldo leaves Real Madrid, it seems that it would be impossible to go and to succeed after that, because you know, everything was made by Cristiano Ronaldo to play and score goals and being basically the leader of the team and the club. But all of a sudden Cristiano goes and it takes a couple of seasons, but this Real Madrid have made it without him, and they have become stronger. I mean, if you look at the squad, it is true that there are you know, some experienced players, that they are very important. If you want to win a trophy, you need experienced players in the team. But there are some young talents, you know, getting through, like Vinicius, like Rodrigo, Valverde. So good news for Real Madrid that these, you know, young talents are being important in the last part of La Liga, and it will be more important the next season. So the transition has been pretty good. Possibly the first season is always difficult because you've been depending on Cristiano Ronaldo for a long time, and then it's difficult to adapt to the new situation. But I think the transition it's been great. Only one bad season, and now they're back on track. They won the league and still have the chance to fight for the Champions League. So yeah, good job and well done for Real Madrid this season.
And speaking about that transition, how does that continue into next season? Do they try and bring Odegaard and Kubo back, or are they kept out on loan as Zidane we see now being lifted aloft by his players? Are there areas of the team that definitely need strengthening going into next season? Presuming Zidane's going to stay and not surprise us all again with a shock exit. He looks a happy man tonight, doesn't he?
Well, I don't think I don't think he leaves the club now. I mean, he's a happy manager. This is the best moment for a manager. When all your teammates go to you and just Google that. But I think it's been outstanding. But as you said, there are a lot of players on loan that Real Madrid can bring. You see Odegaard. There is a Take Kubo also. There are some players that can come and join the squad. But as you said today, if you look at the 23 players they've been today on the game, they've played 7 or 8 different strikers. So obviously Odegaard is a striker, but you have Vinicius, you have Rodrigo, you have Benzema. Possibly they would need, seeing what happened this season, possibly they would need a player to compete with Benzema. I think it would be a good idea, a number 9 that really put some competition in there. But don't forget that Brahim hardly played. So if you bring on so many attacking players to add to this squad, there is a risk that they don't play many games. Players like Odegaard, like Take Kubo, they need to play football. They need to play every week. So it's a decision to be taken in consideration if they really need them or not. But again, they have players on loan to bring them when they want and to strengthen the squad.
Well, it's a strange scenario because obviously usually the players would now head to the Cibeles fountain and celebrate with the supporters. The club issued a statement yesterday or the day before yesterday. Well, we're now going to speak to Zinedine Zidane, so let's hear what he's got to say. Well, I have my role to play. I believe in the players. And I'm just happy for them because they're a group of humans before footballers. They're good people. I'm just happy. I'm just very content. Even the players who didn't play as much, they were committed. There are always players that play more, and there are players that play less. But you have to give something to the team, even if you're not one of those who's playing more. If you want to win things, then that, above all, everyone has to contribute. It's very difficult to win a league. 38 weeks, and look at us. We were winning it, but on the penultimate match day. Well, we win the league in the end because we end up with the most points. It's as simple as that. Today is one of the best days for me as a professional. And after everything that happened, the 3-month break, is fantastic what's been achieved. He's being asked how he wants the title celebrated. It's strange for everyone. We can't control the situation. We would have loved to have been with the supporters, gone to the Cibeles fountain. Hopefully that can happen further down the line. But for a question of health, it can't happen. But I'm sure that people, Real Madrid supporters, are celebrating and happy at home. And seeing their team win the league again, and I say hello to all those Real Madrid supporters who are watching this at home. Well, he's being asked if he's more happy than when he won the Champions League. Yes, yes. This is the Champions is the Champions, but the Spanish league, it requires such amount of effort. 38 seasons, and if at the end of those 38 weeks you've got more points than everyone else, then it's fantastic. Well.